What up, YouTube? Elleix, come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today we have a matchup featuring the ultimate Mode of Erls Reloaded, which adds 30 new races to the game. It's an absolutely mind-melting number. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning on the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's our chosen player, DeMolde. He's not the chosen one. He's literally playing a race called The Chosen, going up against his opponent. Spawning on the top left-hand side of the map, it's our purple Forces of Augustrad player, SharkTaborit. Now, I tried to introduce him earlier. This is take number 2. And we have a propaganda board here that totally messed up my flow. I was like, wait a minute, I'm talking over another voice. I don't know if they can hear me or not, or if they're listening to the propaganda. But yes, the Forces of Augustrad have propaganda-based mechanics. And as we can see, this structure's ability, Dominion hollow boards will increase anything speed-related of nearby units by 25%. Not a bad ability at all, but what's even more interesting is we have 2 relics of life on the way. These are gateway equivalents, and they're in the middle of the map, actually even closer to the purple side of the map. So we've got some cheese going on, and man, it's been so long, I feel like, since we've covered any cheese featuring this mod. Usually, we don't see a lot of cheese these days, and small constructs are being built. These units are so annoying to deal with. The Imperial Laborer here will spot this and die immediately, so the cheese has been spotted. Will SharkTaborit react to this or not is the question. The Dominion Center is now under fire. The Imperial Laborers, the SCV equivalents running away. But the small constructs, man, this build has absolutely melted me before. And I don't even remember what race I was playing. So the Dominion Center is under fire and it cannot lift off, even though it is a Terran faction. We have a Prometheus company here, which is our fire bat, or it actually shoots laser beams, I think. Anyway, the small constructs actually taking some damage, but we also have Chandlers here, which do have energy that they need to attack, but they deal 25 damage and 30 versus light. Now, the construct, the small construct, deals 8 damage, and it attacks air and ground with a 0.71 weapon speed, which isn't bad at all. And the Dominion Center does have a charge here, Annihilator missiles, which are kind of like static defense that's built into this thing. But unfortunately for our purple Forces of Augustrad player, it will get destroyed. And now he is on one base. What is this? He's building a statue of the Emperor, which allows you to build nukes. Oh, this is going to be really interesting. We'll see. I feel like DeMolde could just run up the ramp right now and potentially win. We do have a bunker here, so we have the enlistment house, which I think can also act as a bunker. You can load units in here, but it also builds units, and we have a lot of variety right now for our purple player at his disposal. Now, I don't know why DeMolde isn't necessarily moving out. Maybe he wants to get more units to attack with. Now, what is the HP? Oh, wow. Okay, look at this. We have 50 shields and 135 base HP. That's not bad. And the Channeler looks really cool. It's like a psychic Hydralisk. Not bad at all. And the constructs, they also have shields. They have 50 shields and 75 HP. But why isn't our red player moving? I feel like the longer he waits, the more he puts himself at risk for just throwing away the game. And I've done this before where I kind of cheesed. I felt pretty good, and then I waited too long and let my opponent build units up. And now the army in the purple base is looking really scary. And here we go. SharkTaborit moving out, engaging here with DeMolde. And those small constructs immediately getting melted. These Chandlers taking a lot of damage as well. The bio for the Forces of Augustrad is really good, actually. Damn. Okay, so let's take a look at what units we got going on. So we have Dominion Troopers, which appear to be our kind of Marine equivalent. They have literally no ability. And there's also a Son of Korhal here, as well as the Prometheus company, which we did look at earlier. These units do level up, and as we can see, you can take a look here. They have different buffs at each level, and they go all the way up to level 7, which is a really cool mechanic. You don't see that in vanilla StarCraft 2 at all. But I think SharkTaborit has his eyes on these cheese structures here from DeMolde, and it looks like DeMolde deciding to abandon these buildings. They kind of did their job. I mean, look at the mini-map. The purple player is on 1 base right now, and the red player is on 3 bases right now. Let's take a look at the units. How many workers do we have? 28 for purple and 46 for red. So a bit of a lead is putting it lightly in terms of the worker count for the red player. But I mean, yeah, the aesthetics for the Chosen is so unique and so cool. They definitely have this kind of, I want to say, almost tribal vibe, like a futuristic race that's tribal, you know what I mean? So we have greed totems, which are our workers. We have relics of greed, which pull in gas automatically, I think. Anyway, a lot going on right now. It looks like SharkTaborit coming in for some vengeance. Will take out some workers as well, but he has to be careful not to overextend. I don't know what that ability was, but I assume that came from our Relic of Hope, which is the main mining structure for the Chosen race. How many workers killed right now? 4 workers killed by purple, 3 by red. And I like how the channelers are just a mass of purple. That is hilarious, but I think it looks like SharkTaborit may be overextending just a little bit. I don't know if this army is just a throwaway army at this point, but we have a lot of purple on the map that is not moving, actually. So I don't know if SharkTaborit maybe just forgot to bring in units or wants to have kind of like a staggered approach to this, because honestly, these hero units are doing so much damage. The Prometheus company is now at level 7 with 4 kills. What is this thing? A hybrid abolisher? It has 700 HP. What the hell is this, bro? I've not seen that. That thing is terrifying. And it's just walking around right now. I feel like it could do so much damage. Maybe it needs to build up some energy or something. Taking the high ground, though, doing a lot of damage, but I understand why it's running away now, because the Prometheus company literally could not care about the damage being dealt to it. He's got 435 base life, and he's regenerating health so quickly. What is happening right now? The Relic of Hope, the fall. The fall is currently happening. I don't know what that is. Okay, but it looks like some sort of cataclysmic event. We have another hybrid abolisher on the map. And suddenly the game went from a chill, cheesy kind of vibe to absolute chaos, bro. What is this thing? A fallen hybrid, which appears to have been summoned. I don't know from what. But ultimately, DeMolde able to save his base. Okay, let's take a look at the fall real quick. So initiates the fall for 40 seconds. During the fall, Phantom, Enhanced, Nightmare, Corrupted, and Ultimate Hybrid and Nemesis of the Sky do everything 35% faster, refund 50% of their cost, and spawned a Fallen Hybrid on death. Okay, so that's where the Fallen Hybrid came from. Phantom Hybrid gain a beam weapon. Every Relic of Hope spawns a Fallen Hybrid at the nearest enemy every 12 seconds. Fallen Hybrid lasts 30 seconds. There's a lot going on here. Every production structure spawns hybridlings on random enemies every 9 seconds. Hybridlings last 20 seconds. That is a lot. I felt like I was just reading like a magic card, like a commander or something. I'm like, okay, this is what my commander does when it enters the battlefield, and then it's a book. You know what I mean? For those of you who have played Magic the Gathering, I'm sure you do. Now, what is this? A Death Head. I love that name. It looks like a roided up Reaper. Anyway, base number 3 once again under fire. Now the fall costs 800 minerals and 400 gas, so it is not a cheap defensive ability. But we have how many? 4 or 3 of these giant hybrid things, the hybrid abolishers. One going down though, and look at that death animation. Man, this is crazy. And what is this thing? A gargantuan construct. So what does this do? It's training stuff, so it looks like it's maybe some sort of carrier type unit. Very cool. Now the Relic of Hope evidently burrows, and I think this is when it's, well, I was going to say when it's not building anything. Oh, no, maybe it burrows when it is building things. Okay, that would make more sense, I guess. Okay, another hybrid abolisher on the field. What is this coming from? I'm assuming the Relic of Combination. Yep, that's where the Gargantuan Construct is coming from. That is where the medium constructs can come from. We have Phantom Hybrids here. This is the Hybrid Abolisher, which is actually coming from the Relic of Destruction. Man, look at this stuff. This is so crazy cool. Anyway, we've been looking at the Chosen for a while. What is SharkTaborit up to? Still building himself some bio units, and I really like the hero kind of aspect of these units. It actually matters. Each one matters. They level up, and then you really don't want to lose it, because at level 7, they're just straight up OP. I also like this kind of hidden, what is this, 4th base? I don't think I pinged. Did I ping by accident? Maybe I did. But anyway, so we have a base right here, but it looks like the Relic of Greed will just pull in gas no matter what, which is also really cool. And, oh yeah, by the way, the Greed Totems fly. They are flying workers, so they can just fly over to the next mineral patch. I don't know if this is broken or not. I mean, witnessing what we're witnessing right now, these hybrid abolishers are just crazy. How much do they cost, actually? Let's take a look. A hybrid abolisher costs 500 minerals and 800 gas, dude. Okay, so at least the cost makes sense, because this unit is giant. It has 700 HP, 50 shields, and how much damage does it do? So it does 10 damage versus armored and massive. It does 15, and it attacks air and ground with a 0.71 attack speed. Does everything have a 0.71 attack speed here? No. Yeah, so it looks like the Gargantuan Construct does not. It has a 2.14 attack speed. Okay, yep, that scout had a very violent but quick death at the very least, but it looks like base number 4 has been spotted by our purple player. Will be under fire here shortly, but the hybrid abolishers with the range, man, that is crazy, bro. Taking a look at the total supply, relatively even for both players. Oh, and look at this. We have like a slowing field. I think that is being thrown down by, let's see. Yep, it's being thrown down by the abolisher. It's called condensed matter. Very cool. We'll take a look in depth at what this does in a second. Oh, I love this, man. The Relic of Greed can just start mining gas with no base. This Dominion Trooper, I think his time is coming to an end. We have a whole army of hybrid units coming in to attack this thing. Literally the entirety of the red army here. Yep, there it goes. Rest in peace. You had an important job, kind of. I mean, the fact that these are passive income, basically, for the red player, yeah, you kind of want to focus those things, because a lot of these units evidently cost a lot of gas. Now, let's take a look at what condensed matter does. After a 2-second delay, creates a dome within the target area for 7 seconds. All units in it move 65% slower and attack 35% slower. All light units caught in the dome will become armored. Oh, interesting. While all non-light units become massive. So it's like a gravity thing. That's actually really cool, man. Now, what else do we have building? Let's take a look at the production tab right here. We have more hybrid abolishers on the way. We have a life leech ability being researched. Where is that? So, all units transfer 45% of the damage dealt to health. All units? That is crazy. The Death Head here at level 7. Doing some damage. Actually, how many workers going down? 31 workers killed by purple. So let's actually rewind just a little bit. I feel like while I was reading, we missed that. Okay, here it is. This is what we missed. The Death Head coming into base number 4, marking this Relic of Greed, or the Greed Totem, I should say, with some missile ability, destroying one of the red units as well, but actually not getting a lot of kills, because it looks like the Greed Totems aborted. They decided to evacuate, and the fact they can fly over the cliff is just a crazy, crazy mechanic. The Death Head only having 1 kill, so I think those 31 workers killed, obviously, were from a different engagement, likely from base number 3, which did go down, so maybe some workers just did not make it. That was likely during the time of the fall, the Cataclysm, if you will. So the Death Head will slowly be regenerating health. It is level 7, did manage to get away with its life. And here they are, the Hybrid Abolishers, probably one of the scariest armies I've ever seen in my time casting custom StarCraft 2 content. I mean, I would look at this army and then I would just lose. My game would finish. It'd be like, okay, Elleix has lost the game. And I'd be like, I didn't even do anything yet. Here we go, the Dominion Center getting melted quite literally instantly. We have a bunch of Imperial laborers here that have no idea what happened. So much fire on them, and they're still in shock, man. They're still alive. Some fire here from the bio, the Aegis Guard, I believe. These workers, I love how there's so much, like, light from those lasers, but I don't think it's splash damage necessarily, so a lot of the laborers did survive, ironically. Considering how much fire they were looking at, that is actually funny. So we have 10 workers killed by red and 31 total killed by purple. What are these now? We have a big construct. So the big construct is a crazy cool looking unit, man. So we have the gargantuan constructs here, and then we have the big construct. So the big construct looks like a casting unit. It has a storm, or oh no, it has guardian mode, become immobile, lose anti-ground weapon, but fire at up to 10 nearby air units, 20 damage missiles every 0.5 seconds. That is pretty good, but I don't suspect we'll see that considering there is literally no flying unit for our purple player right now. A lot of bio, though. More Sons of Korhal here. This one's at level 7. This one's at level 4. Prometheus Company here at level 7 as well. And a big army here. Now, taking a look at the supply, we're looking at 177 supply to 94 in favor of our red player. And that cheese, I think, really slowed down SharkTaborit. SharkTaborit actually abruptly leaving the game, giving the victory to DeMolde, our red player. What a sick matchup. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.